All right, first and foremost, we're going to give, of course, all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High. It's your brother, Chief Priest, Allah Lawyer, a.k.a. the Guerrilla Hebrew.
Mr. Priest Hasad, Quran.
And, man, we back at y'all. This is Guerrilla 17. You know, I just got rudely interrupted from my nightly routine. I was brushing my teeth. I get a phone call from downstairs. Hasad is downstairs. And he informs me that Future has a new album out. Future has a new album out. He comes with the idea that we should listen to the album. It's a great idea. It's a tremendous idea. We're going to listen to the album and give a quick album review via the podcast. So it's what we're doing. It's the purpose of this entire podcast is to review Future's new EP, I guess they're calling it an EP, which stands for Extended Play, entitled Save Me.
Yeah, he needs to be saved after this album, after this poor performance. He certainly needs salvation after this. This was terrible.
Yeah, man. I've been saying this for a long time. In recent years, Future has gotten extremely lazy. He's gotten to a point where he knows, not even he feels, he knows he can say whatever he wants and people are going to bob to it, nod to it, listen to it. It's going to play in the club. Every girl is going to irresponsibly drive her vehicle while she snaps herself singing along to it, because he knows that. And when you know that, you know, you tend to get lazy and care a lot less about your work. I can liken this under, you know, a lot of the conversation that exists right now in the wrestling world. A lot of, you know, why a lot of people are displeased with the current WWE product has a lot to do with the fact that they've been the only show in town for almost 2 decades, right? The only viable show in town, the only wrestling promotion that has the international pull, the only wrestling promotion that has the amount of investors and is juiced into mainstream media and pop culture as they are. They know they could pretty much do whatever they want, and they're going to have a core couple million people that are going to tune into their programming every week, no matter how bad it is. This is the same type of mentality that kills creativity. Yeah. And this is clearly the type of mentality that Future, unfortunately, has taken. I remember when the first time I heard Future, how much I disliked Future. I really couldn't stand Future. I just really couldn't. You know, but what was it? I heard he came out with that song Magic. I liked it, Magic, but I still didn't like him yet. It was Magic, Best to Shine, and then what sealed the deal, what made me a huge Future fan was Same Damn Time. It was hands down same damn time. I remember I was driving from LA to San Diego, the whole camp, me and Hakai. That's when we had the CL600. When Hakai had the CL600, and man, he had put on Same Damn Time, and I heard this dude Future open the song with what he said, Gucci made in Italy, Bally Belt, I'm killing shit. The way I'm rocking Jimmy Choo, the word got out, I'm dealing it. Stop there. I didn't even know Jimmy Choo made men's sneakers at that time. I had to Google it. I Google it. I see these are $900 shoes. So at this point, I'm feeling what he's saying. Then he continues with what I fuck her, she's an immigrant. Don't touch her, she got better. You know what I'm saying? So he was just doing this thing on there, and the way he was flowing, it was his flow. You know, the things he was saying. Not like he was a super tight rapper or had hella bars. It wasn't that, but it was just the way he was serving it. You know, his flow, etc.
Yeah.
I liked it that, right? And he was thinking that, but that was technically on. That was all really technically before his first actual album. That was on the Astronaut Status mixtape. So it was that, again, Best to Shine, the intro even on the Astronaut Status mixtape. All of that was hard. So this is all really kind of before the actual first album, which is Pluto. And even into all the way to Dirty Sprite 2, but it was kind of like after Dirty Sprite 2. I mean, he had some other stuff. He had Evil, but he started getting lazy around then.
Yeah. Evil was probably like his last good.
The last one.
I mean, even what was his last joint where he had Mask Off? What's that called? What album was that?
I don't know. You're gonna have to look it up.
Yeah, but that was like his last. Which even Mask Off was I mean, in all honesty, the beat is crazy, but the song itself is trash.
Yeah, that nigga said my guillotine drink promethazine.
Yeah, what does that even mean?
A guillotine, which is an instrument for the decapitation of a human being for execution.
Right.
How is that now consuming liquid, no less cough syrup, for Christ's sake? How, you know what I'm saying? He get to a point where he's so lazy, he just say nonsensical things at this point. And it's not like, he can still do it and get away with it sometimes, because some of the songs that he even does that on are still hard, like Mask Off, and everybody still felt Mask Off. But it's deteriorating from his work, and now it's to a point where if I hear, it's some new Future, like, I'm not even excited. Like his last, what was that last one he had? 31 Days. 31 Days was cool, but he was doing the same thing on there. You know what I'm saying? But I like the 31 Days. But this album, man, we have a rating system here. We have a beige rage rating system, and we rated the album 4.78 out of 10. That's below 5. Yeah. That's subnormal. That's below average.
That's an F.
That's an F. How can Future, who is solidified in many of our hearts as one of the top artists of this generation, making music and making an entire project that's that bad? It's inexcusable for him to have these piss poor performances at this stage in the game. But he does. It's horrible. I'm disappointed. Even he put out a tape or like an EP or something like a month or two ago, maybe 2-3 months ago, and I didn't even listen to it because that's how I just knew it was going to be something like this.
Beast Mode 2, I think. Beast Mode 2.
I don't know what it was. Whatever the hell it was.
No, that was like a year ago. I'm sure.
Whatever the hell it was, I didn't even bother listening to it because I knew it was going to be some throwaway. Like this sound like a lot of it even sounds like reference tracks. Like the last 3 songs, Extra, Love Our Enemies, and what was the one before that?
Let me see. It was St. Lucia, I think.
In St. Lucia. No. Shotgun. Those sound like reference tracks that he should have sold to an actual R&B artist.
Yeah.
He should have sold that to an R&B artist, and those could have actually been good songs.
Yeah, especially Shotgun.
Had Party Next Door, Weekend, even a Jacquees or a countless other. I don't know. I don't listen to a lot of R&B, but one of them niggas.
Yeah.
One of them niggas should have made those good records. Instead, Future just get on here playing a damn game, and it's a wasted record. It's the nonsense I'm talking about. He's better than this. He's better than his last few years of work, emphatically.
Yeah.
You had something?
Yeah, I was going to say, I think personally Evil was his last good work.
Yeah, Evil was hard.
That was hard. That was crazy.
I love
my favorite Future song is on that. Lil Haiti Babies is my
favorite. Oh, yeah, come on now. You know that.
But, yeah, I just wanted to, I agree, and I had a similar experience in finding out about Future. I think, I had heard of him, and I heard of people listening to him, but I think someone showed me him, and I was listening to, like, Joey Badass and stuff like that. I was into real conscious kind of hip-hop, and I still am, but I just couldn't even, it was just kind of like incoherent rambling. And so I'm like, man, I'm not trying to listen to this madness. And then I remember I was in the world. It was like 2014, something like that. And I seen Birdman's son had a birthday party. And I watched his little birthday party thing on YouTube. And he had gotten like a damn Ferrari for his birthday. And I remember the song in the background was Karate Chop by Future.
Oh yeah, that was that shit.
And so that's not the first Future song that I heard, but that's probably the first Future song that I heard that I actually kind of liked and was vibing to. It was hard.
The mob.
Right. That's what got me too, is the ad libs.
What?
Right, he said, drink a little codeine, drink. But yeah, and then ever since then I kind of been keeping up with him, and he's been having some songs that were going stupid, but he just fell off recently. Like some of these songs that I listened to were like me and I probably listened to about the first 30 seconds and said this is trash.
Yeah, right, this is a goose egg.
This is like if I listen to a minute and a half of this, I'm gonna be angry and probably want to tell Future, give me a minute and a half of my life back,
please.
That was horrible, and I will honestly say it's so horrible that. Forget about the terrible lyrics within the records, but the fact that it was just so poorly put together, I think you need to repent, brother. Okay?
Yeah, like who was the engineer? Who was in the studio with you when you did this? And and was sitting there acting like this was cool. That's what a lot of songs that get made. I go, who in the hell was in your studio? Who was in the studio with you telling you that this was tight?
Right. Yeah.
That was the take. Yeah. That was what you were supposed to say. That this was like who like it doesn't even make sense to me.
Yeah, that's what really gets a lot of artists, especially too, is they'll be on some type of level and they'll think that they'll just have people around them who just hype them up instead of telling them, nah, this is trash. Like you need to do something else. And so now everyone around Future's telling him that it's going hard. So he's probably thinking, all right, I'm gonna put it out. It's gonna go crazy, but it's trash. This album was trash. EP, whatever the hell it was trash. 4 of those songs on there, three. I'll give them 4. Okay, are bearable. 3 of them were just unbearable. I pray I don't have to listen to them ever again.
We gave them 0. Let's go over the rating list so people can understand our rating system and how this album got a 4.78 out of 10. Right, so go ahead.
Okay, first song, Please Tell Me.
Please Tell Me. What we get, an 8.5?
It was cool.
That was a cool record.
Cool.
I like it. I recommend it. May even put it in my playlist, right?
Yeah, it's on mine.
All right, so next record.
Government, best song on the album.
Best song on there, we give it a 9?
Yeah, 9.
Okay, that a 9. Best song on there. And again, it's not like he's saying something super tight on there, but the flow is cool. The beat is super hard.
Yeah, the beat is
hard. So he was able to come through with one in that case. And he got a 9 overall. Let's go to the next song.
And that's a lot of times, like we said, Future isn't gonna come with some crazy lyrics, stuff like that. It's his flow, maybe the ad libs.
Yeah, the way he riding the beat.
Exactly, and then of course the beat itself goes perfect with it. But next song, Xanax Damage, 0.
That was atrocious. Yeah, it was. I mean, I don't know why he's still making these drug songs. At this point, especially when he's already came out and said he doesn't even do these drugs, and that he just makes drugs for the people that do them. It come to a point where you got to start taking responsibility and going, well, I don't do the drugs, and we got to ask ourselves, well, Future, why don't you do the drugs? Oh, because you're too smart to abuse prescription opioids. Okay, for sure, you're smarter than that. So stop propagating it. Stop making music promoting it, even though the kids are doing it. Why promote that to the kids?
Right.
That's stupid. Right?
And you always hear, what's that song? What's the song? Thought It Was a Drought. Remember in Thought It Was a Drought, which that whole thing with Drake, that's probably some of his last good stuff too.
Oh yeah, but you know they're getting ready to do What a Time to Be Alive too.
That's probably gonna go crazy. Drake can't go wrong right now. Everything that dude touches right now is going crazy.
Well, not right now. It's been his whole career. He's never.
Well, I'm especially right now, but and that I Thought It Was a Drought. You hear in the beginning of the song, you hear the ice out of styrofoam cup, and the sipping sound. You're not sipping that. Why are you even?
That's a sound effect.
Why are you even putting that in there? Like you're really drinking the damn dirty Sprite like you always rapping about, sipping mud. You don't do all that. But next song, which is good. Don't do that. But why?
Also don't propagate it though.
Exactly.
You know.
Next song, St. Lucia, 8.5. Cool.
Yeah, and it got an 8.5 partially because it's called St. Lucia. It's about St. Lucia. Just big shout out to St. Lucia.
Yeah. Otherwise, I probably would have given them 7.
Yeah, RP both and Shim Sean out of St. Lucia. But go ahead.
Next song, Shotgun, 0.
Yeah, big goose. I don't even when that song came on. Shotgun.
Yeah, whoever okayed that song, you need to hit him with a shotgun. That's what you need to do.
I want to know, like, what is the label doing? When you go into, he probably signed to what, Universal? When you go in to turn in this album, what is the label doing? Like, even them crackers is letting this go out? This is horrible. Like I'm saying, like, this is crazy. I want to know who okayed this. I would have told her, listen, that nigga would have turned me in. I would have said, listen, excuse me. I would have said, listen, man, this need to stay in the oven a little bit longer, my brother. This ain't it.
No, at all.
At all. Well, go ahead.
Trash. Listen, this what's so cold is, man, Future, you're gonna get me to start hopping on some tracks. Now I'm thinking, damn, if you can go damn platinum doing stuff like this, what the hell can I do?
What was that one song we was listening to the one day where the nigga just was saying the phrase the whole song? He didn't even rap, no hook, nothing. He was just saying the phrase the whole song.
Who sang it?
Man, I don't remember, man. One of these new niggas, man. I don't know, but this nigga literally was just saying the phrase the whole song, and it was no hook came in, no verse came in. It was just him on the beat saying the phrase. Damn, I forget it, man. But I was amazed by that. But you could really damn near get away with any damn thing nowadays, man. And I don't even think it was at one point it was like, oh, the beat is tight. I don't even think it's that no more.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I guess it's the quote unquote vibe. I guess we got to know the vibes or whatever. You know the fucking vibes. You know my vibe, son. You know what I'm saying? I guess it's the vibe or whatever. But
right.
Look, I don't know nothing about none of that. I'm not feeling the vibes.
Yeah.
You know.
Next song, Extra. It was alright, 7.5.
Yeah, that was cool. Extra. I'm a nigga that's extra. That also gave him some points. The fact that I could relate to the record. I'm extra'd out. You feel me? I'm with the extras or whatever. So, you know, I feel that.
Okay. Final song and the worst song on the album. Worst, just trash. It was Ear Cancer. It was something that if you listen to, you might die. Love Thy Enemies. Terrible song.
That's another record that he should have sold to somebody. You know, an R&B act would have been able to, I think, do something better with that song and would have been more suited for that song. And I know I don't gotta have to tell Future this, but you know, it's something called songwriting. You make a lot of money from writing songs and creating songs for other people who would probably be better suited for it than you. Right now, you're gonna make some money off that song for sure. You're gonna make some streaming bucks and whatever. I highly doubt that you would perform that record, but the fact is that I think you could have made a lot more money selling that song to somebody else who could have made it a lot more impactful than you did. You know, but I don't got to tell you that. You know about songwriting. I know niggas who you wrote for. All right, so let's be serious, bro. Yeah, Future got to step it up, and people got to stop getting in this lazy mind frame to where they feel like everything they touch, they feel like because people mess with them so much. Right, I remember 50 Cent said this. He said his buzz was so hot coming into his first album, which is Get Rich or Die Trying. Well, technically second album, but his first major release. The buzz was so big that he could have put out a blank CD and still went platinum. And that's true. But he didn't put out a blank CD. He put out a all-time classic record. And that's how you got to do it. Even though you have such a buzz and you're so over with the people that you can get away with some BS, that doesn't mean you need to take advantage of that. You still need to put your all into the product, man, so the product is potent and it's consistent, and you're giving a consistent, like, there's certain people who you could rely on for the consistency of quality of, what they're selling to you. It's here in Atlanta, you have a business a restaurant called the American Deli, right? American Deli. So a lot of people rant and rave about American Deli. I've been to a couple. I didn't like them that much, right? So usually when I say I didn't like American Deli that much, people go, well, you didn't go to the right one. What does that let me know? That by these people's perspective, that there are certain American delis that consistently are producing quality chicken wings. Quality hot wings are being produced from specific ones, right? And they know consistently. But if you go to these other ones, then they might be good one day, but they might not be good the next.
Yeah, I agree.
The fruit punch might be good one day, the fruit punch might not be good the next.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? But there's specific ones you can go to, and they're consistently going to give you right what you need. You need to be that American Deli.
That's right.
You need to be the one that's giving a consistent product that people are going to consistently enjoy, and they're going to be able to count on you for it. Not always good sometimes or not. That's going to affect business overall. Ain't but so long Future's going to be able to do this, and he's going to be in the past. Don't forget, Future, that you came into this game to be T-Pain's replacement. That's what you came into the game for. All of a sudden, Future came out, and niggas forgot about T-Pain. Now T-Pain is kind of back, but he's only kind of back because of the internet, and you can get on versus the internet now, right?
Yeah, you're going to need to change your name to Past.
You see what I'm saying?
History.
They said a Future, because it's getting to a point where, man, your train is running rugged, and people are feeling you, but they're not going to feel you but for so long. Eventually, it's going to get tired, and they're going to stop checking for you, and there's going to be another little nigga. You forget that there's a million little niggas that's copying your style out there, so there's going to be another little nigga that's out there that can do an impression of you better than you can. Not like Designer, but his own style, but still giving people the future that they missed, the void that they need to fill that was filled by Future at one point or another. And you're going to be a thing of the past, and you're going to be a novelty.
Yeah, it's like with Michael, then Kobe, then Kawhi Leonard, then you know what I mean, then who's going to be after Kawhi?
Yeah, somebody's got to fill the void. If there's nobody there to fill the void, then then people are going to keep your name in their mouth. Like the brother said, people are always going to talk about Mike and Kobe because they're all times, right? But what are people mainly buzzing about right now? They're going to buzz about Steph, like you said, Kawhi. They're going to buzz about LeBron, even though LeBron had a bad year. But that's what they're buzzing about. Why? Because there's people here. So if there's not a person there, Kobe's still going to be talked about, right? Because there's nobody there that's anybody can even compare. But if there is somebody there, then it's going to make him kind of escape out of people's minds now, right? The same way now, if somebody comes to fill in that Future gap, Future's going to fade to black. But the difference is this is rap or this is music and this is not sports. So there's a point. So if you are relying upon selling records and royalties as your primary way of income, then you have to put out something consistent. If you get replaced, nigga, that bag is going to shorten up. That bag is going to lighten. But go ahead.
Yeah, and then that's going to tarnish your legacy because right now this idiot Max Kellerman talking about Kawhi Leonard is more clutch than Kobe Bryant, right? So as soon as that new Future, whoever the hell it is, replaces you, that's going to tarnish your character, or not character, your legacy in terms of what you did as an artist, because now that new person is going to fill that role, and you're going to get cast out to the wayside. People are going to still, of course, talk about the old Future, but they're going to really hype this new nigga up, whoever they put this dude, whoever this next dude is. Which, I mean, I think you say he's making a new album with Drake. I think he'll bounce back with that though.
You know that's going to be pretty hard, man, and I'm definitely looking forward to it. I certainly liked I really liked the first What a Time to Be Alive. It was pretty good. It was well put together, and I think they certainly should come back with another one of those. Hope Metro is got in large part a contributor as far as on the production side for sure. Shout out, a lot of people don't know I know Metro, man. Been knowing Metro since he was like 15, 16 years old, man. Solid brother, man. I seen him grind. Seen his production grow and see him, being embraced by the masses. It's amazing, that I remember this little nigga who used to only be able to fly out of town on the weekends because he had to be in school. You know what I'm saying? Out of St. Louis, man. A lot of people don't know that he's out of St. Louis, but I hope there's a lot of production from Metro. And things of that nature, man. I just can't believe Future has fallen. Has fallen like this, has fallen off like this. And even though he hasn't fallen off, he's still popular in pop culture. People are still going to embrace it. I'm sure people are going to love it or whatever. But to me, he's fallen off because the quality of music that he's producing is drastically lower than what I'm used to, what I started to love him and his music for. I remember there was a point in time, probably 2013, 2014, where I said, Future to me is the hottest artist out during that time.
Oh, he definitely was.
He was the hottest artist out. He was my favorite artist out. Well, that didn't mean he was my favorite rapper, but as far as the music that he was producing in that time period, I loved it. Like you said, Karate Chop came out around that time. And I'm not even talking about the one with Wayne on it. I'm talking about the first Karate Chop with Casino on it. DNA was out around that time. What's that song?
Well, what about Chosen One? What about
yeah, that was it. Mice on Margiela. All of that is around that same time. But these are my favorite, some of my favorite records, bro.
2014 is prime Future.
2 and 14, it's
15
13,
well.
14, 15.
And then part of 16.
And part of 16. That's prime Future, hands down. This dude now is a shell of his former self, man. But sometimes you have certain artists that they lose their inspiration. He's traveling around the world. He's on a different level. He's in a different tax bracket, and things like this can affect one's creativity. Sometimes it's adversity that creates creativity.
Finessing.
You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, finesse. Ooh, come on, God, man. Dropped out of my high school, then I went and got me a drop top. Come on, my
Mark
dude.
McGuire, that was my
Mark McGuire. You know what I'm saying? Like that whole time period, that was on FBG the movie. God, that was fire. That was 2013. That's 2013.
2014.
That's 2014?
Yeah, but early, like January though. January 2014. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, that was it. That was it around that time period. I woke up in a new Bugatti. Which wasn't even this song, but just him on on that hook. That was amazing. I mean, he had so many records during that time period, and just to look now and say, man, what in the hell is going on? Where is the old Future? It's crazy, man. But you know, I mean, it happens, man. But like I said, like adversity sometimes breeds the most creativity. Going back to wrestling, when everybody watched wrestling, the whole world, when everybody liked it, when it was Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock on TV on WWF, and then you had NWO on WCW. During that time, the reason why that was happening is because WWF was getting killed so bad in the ratings, they literally almost went out of business. So that adversity forced their hand to step up their creativity and to innovate in the way that they did, and that thus gave us the most memorable time in wrestling, which they now call the Attitude Era. Again, that's where you get the Stone Colds, the Rocks, the DXs, the NWOs. All of that comes from that time period. Since then, the creativity and the quality of the product has dwindled because there has been no competition, and the company has gone through literally no adversity. There's been no threat to it. So sometimes, as far as artist creativity level, creatively, if they're not in a place of adversity, when they're trying to get on, when they are not in the financial space that they wish they were, they create better music because that adversity is bringing the best out of them. Now he's at a point where he's a multimillionaire. He probably has everything he wants, can get any woman he wants, has property, has all these various things. So in having that, he's not as driven to make the best music because he already has obtained what he wanted out of life. Right? There's only but so much a nigga want out of life. Right? Damn near any Negro that if you give him enough money to have any car he want and a big old house and any female he want and his kids is taken care of, ain't much else he gonna want. I mean, that's pretty much it. Like the Bible say, Jacob is a plain man, he dwelleth in tents. Nigga don't want everything in the damn world. You see what I'm saying? The white man, he want to get so damn rich that his great grandkids is gonna be filthy rich. And there's nothing wrong with, obtaining generational wealth. But again, the average nigga, man, he's not wanting all of that. He is wanting to get money and, things of that nature. But once you get to a certain level, it's like, damn, I mean, what else more do I actually need?
Yeah, you get complacent and not insatiable like the brother was bringing up.
Exactly, which that's not a bad thing, but it comes to that point where you need to step away from the mic, brother.
Exactly.
Because at the end of the day, Future's going to make more money touring. Future's going to make more money touring off of his older music than he's going to make streaming off this new garbage project anyway.
Yeah.
So you might as well, again, like the brother said, not tarnish your legacy, keep it where it's at, and tour off of that quality product that you once put out. A lot of these older rappers that was coming up from the 90s, from the 80s, from the early 2000s, and R&B artists, etc., are now going on tours because some of their fans are a little bit older now, got a little bit more money, and will pack out an arena to see them.
Yeah.
Right? Based off of their old product, not new stuff. Well, go ahead.
Yeah, just either it's one of two things. It's either you step up your music or just ride off into the sunset with your old stuff and be fine and sell out arenas and get your bread.
Yes, sir.
But if you don't do that, it's gonna tarnish your legacy. You worked so hard and now you've got the foundation built. Just ride off into the sunset. And just all the old Future people are gonna be going crazy in there, like they always been. So either that or step it up and be better than this. Be better than shotgun, whatever that nigga was talking about. What was he talking about?
Yeah, that was pretty much madness right there, man. I don't know what the hell that was about. Future, you got to do better, or just step away from the mic, man. It ain't that hard, bro. Again, you could get your bread torn internationally. You can get your bread torn internationally doing Magic every damn night. Okay, I'm telling you that now. Magic and whatever little other hit records he had, you can get your money forever off of them records, bro.
Listen, Future, if you need, I'll send you a track list of what songs perform at each show, and it's gonna go crazy. I guarantee it. Matter of fact, that's what we should make another video on the top 10 Future songs. Yeah,
that could certainly be done. But yeah, man, Future, do better. With that, man, we're gonna wrap it up because there's not even a lot to talk about. It was 7 records.
Yeah.
3 of them were absolutely garbage. So as far as I'm concerned, it was only 4 records.
Which one of those was only? It's called St. Lucia. That's the only reason why.
That boosted it up, and even the other 2 records are not his best work. I don't even know those 2 songs ain't going top 50 in Future's list.
Government is okay.
It's okay, but it's not a top 50 on Future's list. No, I won't even put it top 50. I go that far to say it's not top 50. If we go through his entire body of work from Monster, Beast Mode 2, Evil, Astronaut Status, Pluto the digital goddamn remastered version, the one after that, Dirty Sprite. I mean, if we were to go through all of those, that ain't top 50 if you ask me. But yeah, man. So with that, again, we're gonna give all praise to the Most High. We're gonna end off like that. Shalom.
Peace.